President Mahama, what me do who ya papa. Me do who ya pa.
President Mahama, shebani mu ye. Afiwe, manemu a ubekume. Na kwase apanyiri we. A wonte wo ma we mu. A wo titi perifo atem. E ma bi kaye wura.
Abusia Kevin Taylor afa ne ho di free.
Imole ekai befie. Wa wo hwɛ misro ya.
Etu ko social media nsema manfo e kan say atemdidie e wo Ghana hanom no abe legalized. Ne nyina fa ene ade esi wo Supreme Court. Kevin Ekobelite Rapanyi Kevin Taylor ko pime ho no e ma ho no. Arrest warrant is edana so no. Supreme Court judges ekotena service no omu ato case no. Ato atwen say Kevin Taylor emfa no ho enkodi. Enti manfo bi kire say bi ade na estrin there. It has put the democracy of this country at risk. Now TikTokers are responding to in some way. Omo abe fire say omo ntiase ade intina Kevin Taylor. Edi a judges ni lawyers ni obi aten wa Ghana asu esu na obi afale case against him. Arrest warrant edan so a makoyi asem no ato atwene wo se omo ntiase. Omo ni Mahama abe clash or no ana ayesa adwuma we. Aha Penyah block media. Mesra say ni di mo. Obe like video no ada ma subscribe button snap back click notification and latest update. Na be chere wa adwun dia ma me e wo comment section. Mesra say obaso a no ache video for so enya bi ahwe. Interview no ana me bro video ka kire say Kevin Ekobelite Rapanyi Kevin Taylor e go PM e wo Supreme Court. Ema e ho no na there's a case e done so e arrest warrant. I started on the 16th January 2020 by His Lordship Justice Erichie Bafo and the file this particular case against Kevin Taylor Emmanuel say the arrest warrant a bench warrant to Kevin Taylor so. What it mean is say enka ebre bia Kevin Taylor and embassy Ghana as we so I be hu say oni no e hwa pe o say ketimi chi no e de ko shi yetimi mua no e de no eba enso Kevin Taylor ara say de eba ye no etimi be duru Ghana ha week there's a week na what we ati kura ansa na ene ye de no ene okopiem Supreme Court am ya kotwa ni cases ni mo.
Answer. Is it okay. Is it any word for Ghanaians?
I'll go. I'll go here. Yes. Let's go.
Reaction to what has just happened at the Supreme Court. You are moving the motion on behalf of
you saw what happened. So yes. What do I have to say?
How do you receive this news from the Supreme Court? The decision of the Supreme Court. That's exactly what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
We are happy to have that decision. And our client is now a free man.
There was an issue about why it took you that long time before eventually having this done today.
Yeah, the authorities are clear that when the decision is a nullity, it can be quashed anytime. So there's even a case of Cable Metal versus Barclays Bank, where the decision was quashed 9 years on.
Okay, wish you all the best. Okay. Thank you.
Now the case na yekotwam ena no ana ko social media montran so dia amamfo so omo ntiase especially TikTok omo so omo ntiase adentina Mahama etimi hwenya mianim etina Mahama ani abre epeso say Chief Justice nyina yi no je na odeba because and then the judge so what na Kevin Taylor assembly so omo ye 5 omo no emu dodo na eye new Chief Justice ya Mahama SW omo in 7 na Mahama SW omo in about 2/3 eye part of judges for a track Kevin Taylor assembly so and etina ko ya 4 against 1 eno ana TikTok montran so there amount for any Mahama abe clash ade awaye no wa fu Ghana nyina ni muas
President Mahama, shebani mu ye. Afiwe, manemu a ubekume. Why, Japa? Mo hwehwe mani mu ye. Na kwase apanyiri we. A wote wo ma we mu. A wo titi perifo atem. E ma bi kaye wura. Ane kware hyemen. Ye wura wo tufo nya me katie. Soli o What down there go about today?
Ebusia Kevin Taylor afa ne ho di free. Opon amanfo a wetetia wo mu na so nyina. Amanfo a wadi wo matam nyina la. Kevin Taylor afa ne ho di free. Enam se Ghana emra enyi wa ban wo so na wo tu nti. Kevin Taylor akopiem wo man Ghana mu. Yenya aye nim se wakopiem wo Ghana. Recently no court warrant done so court warrant done so what was wo Ghana no ko ina no. Oye na bi so obetwa ma NDC aba NDC ba no akọ na o ma ya asem no foolish case upon Kevin Taylor eko fa fake doctor de break Ghana fo nyina la so me kunkum Ghana fo hu akira ye ka bonechi no otimi nya akoko dro betina ne page to be defend ye ni nyina wa get away with this enyema boni suban boni a what internet in so wadie what why yet for Kevin Taylor get away with all of this because NDC was so you think say NDC ba no aba bebu o man bia or ba na mra be yetuma na or ba no aba bede Ghana na debi ebe kwa ma wo mu obi o ye NDC no ono na mra no be kwa ma no na nya wo Ghana ni no nanka Kevin Taylor ntim kofa fake doctor nyede emre Ghana fo nanka won fa ne huni afa ne wadi okodru court wono no judges say enum I was wo mu du asem judges na enum nan ebu ama eyi epega wo mu sate se de ukọ America Got Talent man omu ye otomuma ana wuyi nkonya ni efise o nwanya no akwade no so pawo no ya akwade no so pawo no ya boso enti no nipa dodo e boboso na kire masa wo we enipa dodo e koboso na kire masa kwase mpani Kevin Taylor buwa bana na funa it ze bi odibini mu torobo eno no omu judge for 9 di man na ba ko andia enti e de ya obaide obewi Ghana na eno sa buwa we odidi ma atem Wato ma hu di ma twase ntam di ma twem ntam chimifo ya woda twekanka o ene ne yire ajapade de ene wonka mu o ja ho beto Ghana fo ma ajapade ono no wotimi ka kire ma Linda se ma Linda se bio ne ba mu se de papa kopkon wo Kevin Taylor timi get away with all of this wa fa no ho adi enti se no obeye pompo che wo Ghana wa ban wo so a na umutowo Kevin Taylor so why adwene say oh ye di asema mantu afa anwo didi afa na wo so na ahun se pen ahun se bo fra abre no mi be pai ni se pai tom mama na pai abuaba you think so we can we ni pa che obi a wo kan no mboa kwase ampani ba kwase ampani wo dia bompa na 2028 Mr. Ayarega ene ba abuaba wo ba mu nyina mra no be yeden ani mu bedi Ebusiana de da wono no ma di asem no eja Kevin Taylor fara edini yeden the lioness me da se bebre share video no ma me na like na comment e be sa yeden e hie bi ne follow me
Ebusia enti oman we ebe ye nie Ebusia me no ka say die court quashes arrest warrant issued for Kevin Taylor by a majority decision of 4-1 Ebusia me no ka say die court akwashe eye arrest warrant the issue for Kevin Taylor no by majority decision of 4-1. A arrest warrant issued by Kevin Taylor say wakasa etieti judges for be a gommufi any nyama bebreentia court no issue arrest warrant say yenchi no na yemfa ne mbra na insam na okaye no sa nyama na o allege ye no umbe na no no ka say the court akwahye sa arrest warrant ne edi egu question ebuza ne say enti say na John Mahama ebebu oman na say no obaba ye oman no tesia no say court issue arrest warrant e de mo bi a na say nipa na aban ba na aban ni timi e ma court e kwahye sa warrant ni gudia that is oman we ni democracy no it is at risk I was a Ghana from Penyah asofo timamfo a mo ka bi yewom mo sori na mo kasa kire Ghana man Penyah John Mahama say Sani niema na oye no wanhwe ya omani democracy no obmanity esi form esan se sani niema we ya waye yi a threat to a democracy isere mo bia to me say obetinya kan de opebi esan se ochina se na ban ba arrest warrant ye issue against that person no that ban no ebetimi abobo ediegu amana ye police case wey na me kwaso Ghana ha sei
Imole Ekai Befie wa usho misruya trendy news Kevin Taylor Mubeka year 2020 and the Supreme Court the Court of Appeal was again judges be almost any Ayusu arrest warrant said Kevin Taylor be Ghana at any time yes said court no coach no be yin semano sembi a wakika fa amafo any court ntina akora went ni bagana onto na aban the party NDC eba power ena obagana no wafa kululu kwan so and this national security aware Minister of Interior aware na yedi nafa gate 19 na wabawre mu aba ebumra so na ya jahino ena okwa omukọ apia say judge for no omukọ transfer so ene out of 4 say yisa arrest warrant ni free ni so and nothing wrong with this mudishishi no and I can't see anything but these judges let me tell you something ususe o akonya so sisi ya yedi udi unua unhu mfumso bia wo so right nim say obi de beye wo
ne no nana no mo kasa wa santimemu they say ohini we oba no wa be ma otufo dani edian aba otufo dani odikro wa kira say this is wealth menti say ohini we wa kasa otisika kokon so da ohini we yentu gold wona so aseso ohini we onje royalties free any mining company bia ho ohini we sebio na sas no nka say adore strade ohini we to be the jets very very unfortunate or the jet mu jet so ya santini na NPP obaje say me do atem me kan wasem
ye nyina ani nim resource na dada fansa plus signs ni full account bia ta oba na wachira ade and the court atwa Kevin Amatela case ni bench warrant na dane so a next thing ko bagana ye chine tun ye de put na court dem mrani ni di emrani ye kasa ni Kevin Taylor dia obedi 40 na dem man obedem Kevin Taylor dia no ye jail for a candidate for jail as en ko dem but ni nim say so far as na aban aba power ne dia so far as odi Ghana info na atemade di Ghana titifo nyina atama NPC for tanachi no ye saade ntino na aban na aba power enkosi we bench warrant na dane so a na Kevin Taylor ba Ghana na otete osie ni nyuma ni nyina no ye twam ye gefu so and now me no ka say Kevin Amatela oye free man obi adwenchi no kuma ene nyanwa Kevin Amatela buni bisa kran kwa magana wa makwa nki betwam buni ya kwa betwam mesi promo right now currently Ghana be mo okuma ba ko pe John Mahama excellency ona Ghana to me nyina ekuta no open oye obi a tumi nyana re eto ka tsira judge say so mun twa Kevin Taylor case ma bondo o da azro ya wanya chief justice kwa ya pana pan no you ready be do no Kevin Taylor a free man Kevin Amatela wa Kevin Taylor di atem dia di atem free to nyana re mo nya ni matem so ba be di matem so mo nya ready obedi matem papa cause na ban na 4 years we dey na ban kula ni ko tena so dey di matem na ban ba right now ko bo be kuma wa tena Ghana no we di matem obi antim nyana re cause you guide no full security obedi na me alright be dey John Mahama go jama fi na ye onre no or such a bad precedent. It's all my Kevin Taylor a free man. Oh my Kevin Amatela. What did the amount for my term? I say amount for my brabo. I can't say me my at trying for we see any no fun money. Hey
Charlie. So apparently Kevin Taylor was in Ghana and the government didn't know say Kevin Taylor was Ghana. Only for us to wake up to hear say arrest warrant and that Kevin Taylor so no Supreme Court about 12. Now, mind you, say the justices and the judges almost ten as our case with so there were 5. 3 of them were justices or judges who were employed or appointed by NDC in 2025. And funny enough, all 3 of them voted in favor of Kevin Taylor. Say arrest warrant now a done so it didn't follow due process. It is not as if say and some or Kayen were not contemptuous words, but arrest warrant didn't follow due process. From 2020 till now, arrest warrant didn't follow due process. And Kevin Taylor's arrest cannot be orchestrated. Now, Kevin Taylor yenipa what ye Ghana for bonepa in a sense what did and penning for them sekwasia de enipa sebi o secret o privacy ebe tuja o book of when intia Kevin Taylor mu penny o mu akra e kamia say menka se Kevin Taylor o mu Ghana. But then there is something fishy here. The question now is, why is NDC so interested in protecting Kevin Taylor? Protecting him so much, say NDC better na so na Kevin Taylor to minya kukudru 2 AC Ghana, and wo 2 AC Ghana no, they gave him maximum security. Now, say Kevin Taylor is so genuine and free. And then Oba Ghana want to mean Nante freely. So a Ghanaian, why is he hiding from the people? Why is he hiding from the citizens? So it's genuine. Adena only self freedom no. Unim penufo ka sembi say ewiase ayewe esopan and so one ya unkom at this moment meaning say Kevin Taylor onko Ghana mu because in as much as says arrest warrant mo ye free no so Kevin Taylor cannot walk on the street of Ghana as a free man. That should tell you, say, that should tell the government, that should tell NDC that Kevin Taylor has offended Ghanaians. And instead of protecting Kevin Taylor, and penning fuego should sit the gentleman down, talk to him, and advise him to do the right thing. Stop protecting evil. Stop protecting evil, NDC. Stop offending Ghanaians by protecting a person like Kevin Taylor or Ghana for share or Kevin Taylor Kroya or the tribal battle about two various tribes more in Ghana. Share them dear Ben a Kevin Taylor unfriended dear Sante for them any Asante hini na no 2482 unfriended dinner them. Atem dear Ben and Kevin Taylor unfriended din crime for atem dear Ben and Kevin Taylor unfriended day before any stream for. Na dientina NDC for so sa akwa so adana mo so so automatically mo so you are telling Ghanaians say indeed mo na mo deploy ni say on executing mo agenda man. I think tribal division is a very powerful weapon for NDC because I am now convinced that they use that and their agent being Kevin Taylor to convince the ignorant Ghanaians to vote for them to come to power. What is going on? Is this what we voted for you to come and do? Is this what we voted for you to come and do? Mama Kevin Taylor what you are telling Kevin Taylor is go back to the United States, sit down in front of the camera and begin to unleash serious attacks on Ghanaians again. And Ghanaians should expect more. So I feel like Kevin Taylor because this is what you wanted and this is what you voted for. John Mahama, Mamon so. He has offended many Ghanaians. And that is what we need to address if you NDC truly respect the Ghanaians. More respect to one Ghana for now, more convince one and yet to Obama more respect to one. Then sit down, advise Kevin Taylor, render apology to the many Ghanaians he has offended and stop protecting him. Stop protecting him. If you protect him, you are not doing the work of Ghanaians. You are doing your own work, which suits your selfish interest, which suits you, and it doesn't suit the nation.
Me, but to me, baby, I for say, man, and talk about my NPP and NDC. If you say, Omunye, Omun cannot correct. Be a bar or no in a bushia, and I say for one more journey. President Mahama, what may do we are papa? May do we are pa? Ona oma kwan masabi Kevin Taylor timi didi mpanimfo atam. President Mahama yewa. Ne nipa ne ba masa man baby asa atena asa security abon ho ban. She say wo Ghana ha. You say you very careful because wo abemu nko ana depend na tam dia. Ebra no betimi aboa wo. Ekokoto aban ne beyi ni judges amount. Ama sabi asemu a yesenke twi obi aso wo ho no e be gya nipa. NPP ni NDC ne ekoso no. Agiti memuni a sabi onni bi a wo dwene ne ho no anana no akopa no. Ye chi di sese onye kamafo ye di ni be hyem. Bato wa abemu nkwana ka asemu a party ni be yi judge, party ni be yi lawyers amount amwa yi free. Tele timi dimpeni fo titiri emu ayen pon didi obi atam didi including judges kora no timi kaseti ya o. Nasi ye transam ne so na mra ne so ye free dia me de me carry mu nyansemu no ene mu ade ni nu mu school na mu koye no e kire mu se obi didi panina atamu a ye di ni begina court wani mu a mra ne man fa hudi a me de enyam na me bedwuna mamu na emom ikokromoti ni mi mabusua e wo me nkyɛn de ye nto aba bio owiase bio da because mo nka no kore mo politician for mo nye NPP ni NDC mo nye ni papa eyese bi Ghana for kosan lai say ye to aba ma mo nya ba na wie so still mo ma ho kwan President Mahama o ma ho kwan so onidi penimfo atem obi enu ho do wo cha mi o mama beto o come me page ni so amaka wa asem sa yes but enu ma bi ntwa yi a ayese e ka kire NDC aban de ma ye de ma bie kwan ato ama parties ni nyina o obi abayi nsoto judges because onim se na aban ba obeyi no ti kasafino be koso sa kasafini be koso sa de obi apa bi obeka ne Ghana ha so wa be mu nko ade a obeka ne Ghana ha na me say de bi nko bi ma no nko cancel bia but de mi metumi ne ye me ma me ama wo de le ka kiro mi say mo mu nto aba bi oda na oni auto edura bata ma me frɛ o mu nyina ba hye dan ma to mu faso anim faso ani so eish na mo frɛ di penimfo si hodi wo matem saa intwaso
it swam to it and made the people of Ghana to understand that this is the game that they want to play. And today, a criminal case that is between the Republic and Eugene Bafuboni, a brother of the acting CJ who has refused to set a date in my substantive matter in court. And that substantive matter in court, okay, because I did not go to court for the interlocutory injunction. I went to court for the substantive matter. Which substantive matter, for about 3 months, the acting CJ had refused to set a date, but was able to set a date for Kevin Taylor's matter. A constitutional matter that I had invoked the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court by way of Article 2 and 130. The combined effect was supposed to give effect to a constitutional provision. Unfortunately, the acting CJ today is saying that he does not have any interest in that matter. A substantive matter that has been before the Supreme Court for about 3 months. They gave an interlocutory ruling about 2 months ago. Do you know that even the Attorney General has not filed any response to the substantive matter in court? Do you know that the Attorney General, as we speak, has not filed any response to the substantive matter at the Supreme Court? Yet the acting CJ have gotten enough time to set a date to listen to this frivolous and this first match of a case at the Supreme Court and get 3 judges that were appointed by President Mahama recently to rule on the matter and say that they have acquitted, or if you like, they have quashed the bench warrant. My question is, the procedure of the court and the substantive law is that before you charge anybody of a criminal offense, the offense should have been stated in law. the punishment thereof should have also been stated in law. Contempt proceedings, I agree, has not been stated in the Criminal Offences Act. However, the Constitution allows the court, whether Supreme Court or any superior court, to charge anybody for contempt if it feels that that person has disrespected the court. It was on that basis that, because of the commentaries that were made by Kevin Taylor, the High Court invited him. Get it well. The High Court only invited him. He was cited for contempt. So it is an invitation for you to come, for you to be heard. When you come, you are not going to be sentenced. You will be listened to first, in accordance with the Audi Otaram Pattern rule. So until you have been heard, you cannot be convicted. So if Kevin Taylor was asked to come to court to explain the commentaries that he made, and he refused to come, he disrespects the court, does not show any respect to the court, does not say anything about it for about 5 years, only for him to come back when the NPC is now in power to say that I want to quash that. I've given you information. Whatever you want to do with that information is your own cup of tea.
You made a wild allegation that Kevin was leaving the vice president's house, and also he was under the protection of the national security. When you
He has not come to deny it. I have said so. Hold on. I have said so. Hold on. I have said so. You see, there are some allegations that you do not always need the one making the allegations to prove. I am saying that the guy was in town. There is something I said. Up till now, he has not been able to, as it were, say that it is not true. He was not supposed to come to this country. How did he get to this country? And we were told that he used gate number 19 or so. He has not been able to disprove all these things. A simple manifest at the airport can show. And that is why it is one of the questions that I have filed to the Minister for Transport, to provide those evidence so that we can also be able to do justice with on the floor of Parliament. 2 weeks now, the Speaker of Parliament is not ready to admit those questions. As to why he's not admitting those questions, he will have to answer. But of course, we use the parliamentary
Have you found that
platforms
why
available to us.
your questions have not been admitted?
Well, you may have to help me. That's what I'm saying, that last Friday you saw me on the floor of Parliament questioning the Speaker of Parliament in the table office as to why those ministers that my questions are directed to are already coming to the House. Okay, those ministers were coming to the House this week and next week. So why don't you table those questions for them to answer it while they are coming to the House? It is because there's a playbook. They have to follow the playbook. The NDC is in government. They are in government. They are chopping parts.
Chire wadwe mame e wo comment section. We didn't say no. Baby, akwa akusia de Kevin Taylor, oh you free to walk around without anything. Ada say nanka arrest warrant Adam so say ko ba at least en getimi chi ne tum. Anza kra na any lawyers akwa appeal o akwa appeal but enipa arrest warrant Adam so wan ko sales ya nchi na ntum. No na timi asa ko pie mu Supreme Court. Hey, Ghana better than Banana Republic. Enye easy. Ye di agro ma remove fendi pa concert. Chiraje mame e wo comment section. Aha yi Penyah Block Media. Akra.